I will do everything I can to ensure that the former president never again gets anywhere near the Oval Office. We have seen the danger that he continues to provoke with his language. We have seen his lack of commitment and dedication to the Constitution, and I think it's very important that we make sure whomever we elect is somebody who will be faithful to the Constitution.
Strong words from Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney after House Republicans voted to remove her as GOP conference chairwoman earlier this morning. But as many Republicans, including those who voted to impeach Trump, have put the January 6th riot on Capitol Hill in the rear view, I wonder if Cheney now has regrets about harping on it so much. Let's bring in founder and CEO of American Majority, our man from inside the heart of the GOP, Ned Ryun. Ned, good to see you.
Good to be with you, Buck.
I should say the GOP base at America First, not, of course, the swampy
that's right.
RNC corporatist establishment. I want to keep it very clear for our buddy Ned.
Let's define it correctly, Buck.
Yeah, exactly. The good parts of the GOP is where Ned emanates from. Tell me, my friend, your top line reaction to Liz Cheney. I mean, I've been saying all day, this is the first coup that Liz Cheney has opposed from the U.S. in a very long time. What do you make of it?
Listening to her comments just now, I was thinking I'm a political midget. Hear me roar. This woman was a disaster. First of all, let's go back a little bit, Buck, to January of this year. She only got reelected because Kevin McCarthy backed her reelection bid to be conference chair. So kind of a mistake by Kevin McCarthy on an epic level. And then in response to that, though, Liz Cheney goes on this demented, deranged 4-month tour of basically attacking and undermining her own caucus. And I would remind people, the role of a conference chair, number 3 in leadership, you've got to raise money, you've got to put together a communication strategy for the caucus, and then you've got to be advancing and promoting the caucus to the general public. She didn't do any of that. In fact, she was actually attacking her own caucus on MSNBC and CNN, at one point basically swiping immigration talking points from the Biden White House, and then nonstop attacking a president who actually had 95% support among the base. So as I listened to her comments today, this is a woman that represents at best maybe 5% of the Republican Party. And how quickly her base of support inside the House caucus devolved after being reelected 4 months ago. It's pretty staggering how bad she is at politics.
Do you think that Cheney has a long game here, or is this just really personal vendetta, Cheney family, old school GOP, hear me roar stuff? I mean, what was the game plan?
I don't think there was really a long-term game plan except for to be a spoiler and to set herself up for her next adventure in life, which is being a commentator for CNN or MSNBC, because politically speaking, Buck, this was insane. I mean, you're number 3 in Republican House leadership. You're in one of the strongest Republican districts in the entire country. Wyoming at large is a plus 25 Republican district. And all she can do is spend her time attacking the base, attacking Republican voters, and attacking, quite frankly, one of the most popular presidents we've ever had inside the Republican Party. It was idiotic on every level. But I also want to point out, this wasn't just about Trump, Buck. It was about the fact that how bad she was as a leader. You're supposed to raise money. She was abysmal compared to Scalise and McCarthy in actually raising money. And on top of that, she was a terrible communicator. But I also say this, I think the important thing to also think about is Liz Cheney is kind of the poster child for a rejected ideology of the neocon nation building aspect of the Republican Party that was rejected years ago, and she's still living in 2003 and doesn't understand the times in which she lives. I mean, she really is kind of this archaic remain of a day gone by and refuses to change. And all she can do is be embittered by the fact that the Republican Party truly is an America First party now.